Well, howdy, my freedom loving brothers and sisters. This is Freedom Outlaw Jericho coming to you from the shade in the man cave. Remember, I like to turn the lights down low sometimes, sit here and contemplate life, freedom, liberty, and just lean back in my recliner and just enjoy life. So anyway, I want to make this quick video to express how I really want everyone to enjoy this Independence weekend. 250 years, we're still an infant compared to other nations and countries, but 250 years of being able to be the greatest nation with all of our discrepancies and all the garbage that's going on in the political arena, still the greatest nation on the face of the earth. Are we perfect? Oh my God, we're far from it. Have we made mistakes? Heinous, horrendous mistakes. Have we trampled on the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution? Absolutely. Have political parasites spit on the Bill of Rights? Absolutely. But we're still here, and we're going to stay here. When I look at the political scene right now, it's horrible. Our soldiers fought against communism. And here it is, right in our cities and our states. But here's the positive side. The true American patriots, the true American outlaws are still here. And we identify as American outlaws as our founders did. Because remember, to the King of Britain, our founding fathers were outlaws. I'm proud to be an American freedom outlaw. And my message is, I don't care what happens in the cities, in the states. There is a true group of freedom outlaws, true American freedom outlaws rising up in this nation. And we will not be defeated. We will not be defeated. Why? Because we, the people, are experiencing a new birth of freedom. That's my message. That's my vision. That's what I have to say to you. We, the people, are rising up to experience a new birth of freedom, and we will destroy, abolish, annihilate anything that fits the description of a domestic enemy. We will destroy it. You know, the political offices, I'll put it that way, the individuals that we elect to political positions and offices, they have a certain power that goes with that position, right? Police officers have a certain authority and power in their jurisdiction. The president has executive powers. The judicial system has judicial powers. The legislative branch of government has legislative powers. But their powers are only given to them by us. And how are they given to them by us? Because their job is to protect our God-given freedom. That's the only power they have. Anything beyond that is treasonous and tyrannical, and we're not going to subject ourselves to that. Absolutely not. Don't even think about it. Don't even give it a second thought. Because what we read in our legal documents is this: we hold these truths, and that's those things that they continue to write about, we hold these truths to be self-evident. They did not come they were not birthed by a political party, a Supreme Court decision, a presidential executive order. They weren't birthed by a congressional law. No. It goes on to say where they come from. And we've been endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. You get that? Wasn't a Republican Party, wasn't a Democratic Party, wasn't an independent party, by our Creator. Let those words be engraved in your mind, your spirit, your soul, your whole being, by our Creator. So we are experiencing now, people are waking up, we're experiencing a new birth of freedom. As I said, that's my message, that's my vision. And I am proud to be an American freedom outlaw. Why? Because I'm glad that tyrants don't like me and others like me. I'm glad. Because by knowing that, then I know who my enemy is. By knowing that tyrants and political parasites don't like individuals that sovereignly think for themselves and understand the common language of the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. I'm glad that they hate me and consider me an outlaw, because in doing so, they expose themselves, lets me know who the enemy is. I'm glad, I am so glad that tyrants hate individuality. I'm so glad tyrants expose themselves and want me to become a slave to their political agendas. Because once again, they expose themselves. Now I know who the enemy is. The more they talk, the more they reveal their lies, their hypocrisy, their bullshit, then I know who my enemy is, right? So we, the people, are rising up, and we will defeat it. There's a specific reason why the Second Amendment was placed right beneath the first one. Because, see, the first one talks about, freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom to express our grievances against the government, freedom of the press. Yeah. Because after that First Amendment no longer works, after it's been exhausted, then we have the right by our Creator to defend ourselves against tyrants and parasites and all this political garbage. We have the power. They could say, well, what if they turn the military on you? Hey? The British came against our founders. They were defeated. We will defeat whatever, because we, the people, are experiencing a new birth of freedom. Liberty or death? I don't see no gray area in that statement. Liberty or death? Liberty or death? So anyway, I want everybody to have a great Independence weekend. And I do want to say on a sad note, I understand why certain indigenous people cannot find joy in celebrating Independence Weekend, because at that time, the full measure of equality and recognizing the freedom also that was given to the indigenous people by the Creator, it was not fully recognized. So I understand why many cannot celebrate this weekend. Some do, some don't. I understand it. I also have indigenous blood in me from the Cherokee Nation. My history tells me that my Scottish ancestors came over in the 1800s, married into the Cherokee Nation, and even were helpful during the time of the Trail of Tears. So I understand both sides. If you can't celebrate it, don't. But I also encourage you to realize who you are today. Who are you today? You can celebrate independence. You can celebrate your freedom. You can celebrate your life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. We've come a long ways, but we've got a long ways to go. So anyway, We're headed into 250-year weekend. But remember, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the freedom that encapsulates that, is to be celebrated in your entire lifetime. Not just a day, it's your life. Hey, from the Man Cave, Freedom Outlaw here. Enjoy your independence.